Welcome, beautiful people, or welcome back to my channel. My name is El Nino, and I'm here today to do your daily and weekly psychic predictions for July and August 2025. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below where you're from. And I did see my viewers' comments from my last video, and I will get to your questions in the near future. And I'm going to do another quick video, and I'm going to go into a little more details on previous predictions that I've made. And yeah, we're going to get started, and I might come out with some new predictions as well. So stay tuned, and we'll get started in 5 seconds. So we're going to go back into the three theories that I had mentioned in my previous videos, because a lot of people have actually even DM'd me on my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me on there, I'll post a link to my description box. But people are like, what do you mean by the threes? Now, I did look up the meaning of threes, right? And threes definitely is a spiritual enlightenment number. It also means unity. It could be an ascended master numbers, but it also means groups, right? And when I was saying in my other video for previous predictions that we were going to start to see group events, okay, meaning that like a lot of places happening around the world collectively, like the incident with the summer camps, and how I said that we're going to see continuation summer camp accidents and incidences, and we're going to see a big number around three. So to go into more detail, I was seeing like three specific children get injured, right? Or three children are rescued, three children go missing, right? And this doesn't even have to be summer camp children. It could even be just children stray off from their parents, or children go hiking by themselves and then get lost, right? We're going to see news about those situations, but I was getting a very positive energy though that we were going to see certain rescues, children being rescued, and even just people in general, you know, any age being trapped, getting rescued. And we were going to see a lot of emphasis on positive humanitarian acts this month. So it wasn't all going to be like sad, but there were going to be certain incidents that were not going to be so fortunate. And we saw that with the Texas, when I mentioned that, you know, there was something about a summer camp. I said in July 1st, and then unfortunately it happened. But I still see there's going to be something more coming up with summer camps, and you know, we'll just pray about that. But yeah, and we were going to see continuations of, like I said, children being rescued, children going missing and being found. And I said even in specific places we'd find these children in very odd places, and even adults as well. And I kept getting also this energy where we were going to start to see children being rescued, being inside of vehicles due to overheating. And we're going to see a lot of that coming up. And like again, some of these children, you know, will be fortunate, some situations won't. But it's definitely going to bring a lot of awareness to even like child abuse and, you know, parents, and we're going to see a lot of that just throughout the world, but especially in the United States. All right. And for my other predictions, I do see that, and we're going to see, like I said, continuations of themes of children. And I even was picking up an energy of like amusement parks, you know, where we're going to see a lot of incidences on rides and even around parks, you know, roller coasters, you know, malfunctioning. We're going to see incidences. And this could be specific places I see are like around Six Flags, Magic Mountain, like around those areas, Six Flags theme parks throughout the United States. I see something about Disney World, Disneyland, and I also do see like Knott's Berry Farm came out to me as well, so we might see some incidences around theme parks. And it doesn't all have to be inside. It could even be outside of, you know, parking lots, where I said in my other predictions, we're going to see a lot of parking lot incidences with people, you know, either arguing, fighting, and specifically around theme park parking lots, airport parking lots, and building parking lots pretty much everywhere. Okay, we might even see an incident around a bank parking lots in the United States. This could be, some type of incident, possibly with a, weapon. We might hear about that in the news, and we're going to see a lot of that. But again, there's still this energy of a positive aspect where we're going to see people being, again, this humanitarian effort being made, and we're going to see, acts of kindness as well. So it's not all going to be negative. Even if the news shows us that, there are still some positive aspects to what's coming and what's going on in the world currently. I did talk about floods as well yesterday in my predictions for the United States and the world. And I don't think I did mention this specific state because yesterday I was kind of in a hurry, but I was getting a strong energy. And I don't know if I did mention it. You guys can let me know if I did. I don't remember. But I was picking up strong connections to floodings around like the deep south areas. So like I believe I think I did say Arkansas, but there was two other states that I was seeing, and I feel like this could be around like Tennessee, Alabama, and around Mississippi, and also the state of Missouri, because I kept seeing the letter M. So I was taking it as those are specific states that I see, and this could be along the Mississippi River. So whatever flows, states follow through the Mississippi River, we're going to see floods, unexpected floodings. All right. Also, did see a situation around Antarctica. We're going to see a lot of glaciers melting and higher levels of sea rising due to global warming. We're also going to see potentially tsunami waves coming from Antarctica hitting, the ocean. Maybe we might even see something connected to South America, like oceans possibly going towards South America regions where we might see like shakings in the oceans between South America country and Antarctica, the continents, due to this event. Yeah, could be like a tsunami warning, could be just, higher levels of sea waves. And I did also see that we're going to see like even people being trapped in like glacier caves in Antarctica. So this could be tourists. We might see ships that could have incidences, with glaciers falling. We might see a rescue team go to Antarctica, where we might see something about Antarctica is going to come up as well. And I also do see we're going to see some earthquakes around Antarctica in the coming future. And we're also going to see I'm seeing like a crack through the ridge in Antarctica on the glaciers. We're going to see that. And that's going to make headline news. This could be due to, again, the glaciers melting, things underneath we're going to discover as well. Underneath the glaciers, we're going to find like some discoveries of some animals, some species there. Okay. Again, highlight those three threes. We're going to see 3 major volcanoes erupting. I'm going to say 3 to 6, but the thing about the theme, it's something about threes. I don't know why that keeps coming out. Maybe 3 places in one country, 3 volcanoes, happening at once. Or we might hear like one happening Monday, one happening on Tuesday, and then one erupting on a Wednesday. We might see 3 volcanoes erupt in the same week. Okay. So re-eruptions and volcanoes that have been asleep for thousands of years, hundreds of years, are going to be re-erupting. So we're going to see a big theme of that. We're going to also see a very, we're going to see people, a lot of missing situations, people being redirected in other directions. We're going to even see animal migrations. What I was picking up on was the wildebeest in East Africa, the Masai Mara, the Serengeti. We're going to see like animal directions switch. So animals that usually go, for example, migrate towards the north will go down south. west will go east. We're going to see a lot of that in the very near future. We're also going to see animals migrating out of certain national parks, certain areas where they're going to go in different directions from where they normally migrate or usually go. And this could be also because of climate change, but this could be because of maybe there's going to be eruptions. It looks like some type of change in like Earth's wavelengths and where these are going. Okay. Directions and weather will also be in different places, just like how we saw with, floods in places they shouldn't be and fires in places where it shouldn't be. We're going to start to see that being very common. So we're going to see that even amongst animal migrations. Another prediction that I see is we're going to see an Amber Alert go off in Washington, D.C. And this could be around the White House. There's going to be like some type of attack near or on the White House, and I see fire. And I'm being shown it could be towards the left of the White House or northwest of where the White House is. It looks like that type of direction. We're going to see some type of an emergency. So this looks like an attack, okay? This looks like a terrorist attack is what I see. Yeah. Even in other places, we're going to see a lot of Amber Alerts go off in government places, big cities. Some of them will be false alarms. Some of them will be, real. We're going to see that coming up. A lot of also updates with Amber Alerts. Okay, because certain places might even be giving wrong information and they might have to fix that issue. Even especially when it comes to natural disasters, we're going to see a lot of also improvements with being able to detect even quicker seconds from earthquakes happening. Right, we're going to get more Amber Alerts are going to be revised, and we see Amber Alerts, especially in the United States. I don't know about other countries, but I see the United States really being highlighted with Amber Alerts being going off this month. And then we're going to see, due to, whether it's mass shootings, we're going to see just a lot of events coming up, but we're going to also see like a change in Amber Alerts as well. I still see we're going to be seeing a lot of events of people being trapped inside of tunnels, whether it's people, construction workers, people that work there. We're going to see tourists. We're going to see a lot of things of people being stuck. Okay. And I also do get this very odd prediction, and I said this before, of shark incidences, shark attacks being very highlighted. And I even see a shark coming towards either a submarine or a ship. It looks like it kind of jumps up close to the boat, or if it's around a submarine, I see it kind of circling the submarine, possibly striking the submarine. Or this could even be a whale. But I'm seeing something connected to an ocean animal, and in a strike or an attack towards a ship or people on the ship. Okay, so we're gonna see that. But I do see a lot of ships, having issues. I see we might even see missing people from ships being found off of like certain remote places, like islands, even planes we might see. We're going to see a lot of like planes disappearing as well, where we don't even know where these people are. But then again, we have that rescue, right? The energy of rescuing. And some of these people will be rescued. Some of them we won't find. But the ones that we do find, I feel like a lot of them will be in very strange places. So I see ships, like I said, ship wreckages, people going missing on ships, people going missing on planes. We're going to see again another commercial airline incident plowing down. It looks like it could be near an ocean. And like I said, I feel like this could be around maybe in Asia and America. There's a connection to Asia and America. And I also got Europe as well. Okay. We're also going to see a lot of mass airborne things coming up, because I was seeing this very weird vision in my mind yesterday of like coughing all of a sudden. And I don't know where I was, but I was around a lot of people. It looked like I was in some type of city area, and I saw people coughing. out of nowhere in a very condensed areas. So this could be like some type of airborne, something in the air, something toxic, something poisonous. This could even be an attack. Why it would make sense with smoke. Smoke inhalation. This is also poor air qualities due to air pollution very heightening up the next few months in certain cities, especially in the United States. Like air quality. But then I was also getting this energy of like people collapsing, being kind of like considered like a mass collapse, a mass coughing outbreak, overdosings. We're gonna see a lot of these things happening, and we're also gonna see certain places like around these areas, whether it's hospitals, treatment centers. We're gonna see that happening where people all of a sudden are gonna all fall, or they're gonna all start coughing, and it's gonna definitely be open cases with holding these facilities accountable, and we're gonna see possibly fatalities, okay, but also rescues. And we're also going to see a lot of animal rescues as well, from animals from shelters, abusive homes. We're going to see animal trafficking being highlighted this month. We're going to see people getting arrested, smuggling, you know, smuggling animals in weird places, not just in their luggage. We might find they're going to put them in weird places inside of the body. It's very strange how this is going to be. Some of it will also be for taxidermy purposes as well. Also, to see a nightclub, a mass breakout at a nightclub, and I see people like collapsing, dropping to the floor. This could be due to maybe some type of alleged substance, abuse, or they just pass out. Something about the air that's going to make headline news. I see a lot of coughing. And then I do see that we're also going to see certain bridge collapses as well, continuing up in the near future. Also do see we're going to get news about a serial killer on loose in a specific area. We're going to see victims being found. And I feel like this is going to be spreading a whole lot of fear in the communities. Yeah, I see that very specific. Also do see we're going to see some type of raid at a hotel, a massive raid at a hotel. This could be around maybe the cartel, some type of gang affiliation. This could even be in the Caribbean. We might see like a raid going on in hotels. And we're also going to see some raid hotel where we're going to see a deaths with hotels. So it looks like there might be like some tragedy at a hotel in the United States where we see people passing, or we might see something very similar to the Alyssa Lamb case where there's something about a roof being shown to me as well. So someone being found on a roof, or this incident could happen on a roof at a hotel, and it looks like it's going to make very big headlines. Okay. I also do see this, someone may also be on a roof. Another incident where I see someone from a roof looking down at people and doing something, with some type of weapon. I see that as well. And I also see that Alyssa Lamb case might be brought back up. You might start to see that coming up again. And we're going to see incidents of people being found in hotels in strange places. People being found, missing people being found in hotels in strange places, either alive or not. We're going to see that. Or kidnappings around hotels. We're going to see that. This could even be, again, due to cartels, due to all of that strongly. And then I see China puffing out their chest again. We're going to see China, and it looks like there's a connection to China and United States. So there might be an attack from China to the US, whether it's a ship on the land. We're going to see something connected to China and we see China puffing out their chest, and I still see that. Remember, I did say mention that conflict between China and Taiwan. I saw like some type of conflict arising, some argument, some fights. I still see that coming up. That invasion. I see China mocking Taiwan, and I see talks about invading. And there might be an instance where they show up. I'm not saying it's going to be a full blown invasion this specific month, but I do see that we're going to see tensions rising. South Korea, North Korea, there's going to be some tensions. I see two tensions within African countries. Tensions arising between African countries, two specific ones that border each other that has to do with borders. We're going to see a lot of issues with borders in other countries too. Conflicts around borders, like with Greece and Turkey, African borders, Asian borders. We're going to see that. And again, I'm going to mention it again. We're going to see those earthquakes hitting Asia, the volcanoes erupting in Japan, Indonesia, the Philippines. We're going to see a lot of heavy, heavy floodings as well in Asia, like around Japan, China, Taiwan. Again, we're going to see typhoons, cyclones. We're going to see a lot of events coming up. And remember that big earthquake I see coming around Japan, and then volcano eruptions, volcanoes being active. So Japan is going to be very active, and that part of Asia is going to be very active as well. Okay. So I see something about the animals in Asia, like specific animals in certain countries in Asia, again, going in a different direction, migrating in different directions, or leaving where they normally stay or go. They're going to go in different directions. Again, we're going to see this happening when all this starts to happen. Okay. We're going to see a lot of children being highlighted in those countries as well, whether it's rescuing from trafficking, natural disaster rescues. We're going to see highlights of that very strongly. Yeah. So my last prediction is for the United Kingdom, and someone did request that I do this prediction on Keir Starmer, who I believe is the Prime Minister of the UK, on his benefit bill that he enacted, and what do I see coming for that bill. All right. Now, when it comes to this bill, I'm going to say two things I do see for Keir Starmer. The first one related to the bill, I do feel like he's going to unrestrict certain policies implemented on the bill. But at the same time, I feel like he's going to leave a lot of the people in the United Kingdom, like the citizens, leaving like confused, not really. There's going to be issues with like communication. A lot of people are going to feel very angered because they're not going to know what's going on. And I do see there's going to be continuations of riots, okay? And I do feel like, he got to be careful, because I do feel like he definitely has some hits on him. All right. People might even kind of feel like he's kind of like the Trump of the UK. Okay. They might feel like he is. And I also do get this energy of him not being there very long. So I do think he will have a resignation, but this could be towards the end of, I want to say towards late fall, going into winter time, that I see a resignation from him. It'll be very sudden, okay? Now, the other one is for Rachel Reeves, who's also another politician in the UK. And they asked me, do I see her resignating? What's going to happen? I do see she's going to resonate. She is going to resignate. There's going to be an unexpected resignation for her. I feel like this could be in the next 2 months. So August, September could be highlighted for her. And I do know that she's trying to, I guess, raise the taxes or do a tax increase. And I just don't see that happening. I feel like she also could have something coming up with her health, or someone around her could have some health issues. And I also do see that, her mental health is going to be very highlighted. So I do see her having to leave, and I do see that there's a lot of stress on her. And I do see that her health or someone's health around her could be affected due to stress. I see a lot of pressure on her and I see like pain in my back. So I don't know if she has back issues, but I do see that this is also symbolizing that, you know, she will resign, because I do think it's going to get too much for her. And I do feel like the United Kingdom is going to be in a better space when this does happen. Okay, so I do think that the United Kingdom does have some positive aspects coming, especially when it comes to politicians. There's going to be a resignation coming up for these two. I feel she might go first and then he goes after. That's just what I pick up on. So yeah, to answer those questions, that's what I see. And I see the new person that's coming in is going to reinstate the benefit policies how it used to be. And there could also be maybe some upgrades with the policies, but I do see that the citizens of the United Kingdom will feel more satisfied, will feel more happy about this. But for right now, I do see there's going to be chaos still. There's going to be chaos for a few months. There's going to be political wars. I also do see something about the church being highlighted. So a big church, either scandal or a church catching fire, a cathedral. There's going to be an uproar with the churches. I see massive protest. And I do see that there's also going to be, again, that warlike thing with the UK getting involved with Iran in some type of military base or something to do with a jet here. So it's like they intercede with something and then it causes this frantic of, oh, we're going to go to war. But I don't see war with the United Kingdom directly with Iran, but it's going to spark a lot of fear. So a lot of people may believe it, but I don't see it happening. So that's my predictions for this video. I will come back with more. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you guys later.